We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. He may go. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A give running left now, Garindo. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. and not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion right, Debo. A little jet sweep to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now, right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the shotgun, Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Let's go now. Hey, check that. Street. Check go.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now it's Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Seahawks had 5 and 6 to start play, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Richardson going to move him around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, it's Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here.
Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. First target, first catch at a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season. Because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, Three things can happen, and two of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go now.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Richardson looking to throw.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
First catch here for London, and also a first down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Here Richardson yet again. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Richardson looking to throw this.
This one complete to Gibbons.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Taylor diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll try the middle with Garindo.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Smith catches left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Guerendo on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Isaac Guerendo with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Richardson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Down the sideline he goes. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Juwan Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
There he goes, right side. Devontae Smith, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 71 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's Richardson to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. Now Richardson going to shift things up. The slot man in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now it's Richardson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And the tight end goes in motion left. From the shotgun, Richardson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Back to the air with Richardson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Going for it on fourth, Richardson. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And London, the motion man right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Second and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A short throw caught by Andrews.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come 19. Come 19. Here we go. Set. Set go.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Gibbons. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Richardson looking to throw.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Richardson going to change the play here.
Now Richardson from the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. In motion goes the tight end.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On the move past the 40.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the give, it's Galindo.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Here's Galindo.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Isaac Galindo
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The point after, good by Grupe.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready?
Throwing now is Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Rig alert, rig alert. Rig lion, ready.
Richardson looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Richardson going to move him around. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Cowboy 80. Come 19, come 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
Here's Richardson. That is caught. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Here we go, set.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Ready, ready.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.